If you want boku for sale, now for contact the number there so +232 88 008888.
Tasty One Noodles na a product of In Salon and na halal certified.
Tasty One Noodles, so delicious.
Hey, I don't want to play connecting to the man.
Man them. This na boys. We say man and they put all thing at table from Pantap to good. Inside boys, we know they hide behind the shadow at all. We real and this time na all but we.
Oja, we for brace up very well because we kitchen they cry coriander we in a bathroom. What we go say? We bathroom they cry coriander. What in kitchen go say? You know the realities about things we get for accept them. You know they say it's high time you accepted it now because if they were there yonder, they still tattoo a watch themselves. What of me and you two waiting in a salon where they cry for the fuel business today? Because the reason why I say only for time with your jar, it's because the reality or the way how things they go, it's because we actually get for hit we big time. You know, I didn't say kill somebody, they say, now World War III would they pass so. We don't watch history, we don't see say not me say when they say the World War me and Salon I will go for go fair too. But the coldness so they catch we na so already, that is just the reality. If I know they talk then tear so like I say, brace with your jar. Because don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow morning and not talk about no say. Now I have to Slik television, now talking about the reality is we get for brace with your jar. And because when you they come, how much you they pay for transport, you they try for puts together, how much are you earning at the end of the day? Even you where they do they sell now, look put on that way they see an entrepreneur, you into business now, you know how you they go buy and how you they pay the transportation fare on daily basis, how much you go able keep, you know, I keep on seeing posts that what you don't make for the whole month right now all thing about transportation they go and come to think of it, you get for sick, you get for take care of your personal needs. The issues are many in Asma James' voice. I am Rabia Tumansaya. This is today's show breakfast as we crux of a conversation this morning. Now something where on normal basis we do them, but it's like so is it, well maybe society they play blind eyes or we just don't understand the reality about it. Me and you don't know what's going on. But I'll quickly take you through what we quote tell us this morning. It reads, when you steal a creator's work, you're stealing their income. One more take there. And so when you take somebody's work, you take outside and they eat, you thief the money. I mentioned earlier, say, what's it may you do on normal basis? It's just so common. Take your phone, look around you, somebody in idea, somebody in concept. Worst of it, somebody in book, where don't write. You take you know, when you do academic work, they even they tell you say plagiarism, where you take somebody and work you for creditor. But that's not what we're seeing. That then they talk about today, you know, the intellectual copyright. You see that me you don't know what time. You see that the law where they, if there is any law, we know they communicate and fine. Is it that they need all the one there where they flout those laws? All the nitty-gritties around it, now they can talk about today. But quickly, I'll take you through a vacancy this morning where it comes out from Concern. Concern Worldwide, they said, and they look for finance manager partnership. They say you forget a bachelor's level university degree where you're related to accounting, and also part qualified ACA, ACCA, CIMA accountant with strong experience desired. And they said the experience requirements, at least 5 years experience in finance, at least 3 years in managerial level experience, at least 2 years NGO experience, and experience of partner management would be highly desirable. Let's see if you apply, if you send the email through info@concern.net. So that's it there for you. If you defend job, this is they say the defend finance manager. Away from vacancy now. Today, how should I say this? Today the Mamina Power, incensed by music, last said that disclaimer there. The courts they determine in fate whether she's going home or she's going down. which we don't know it. It's going to be about a 9th appearance. Now, in over 40 days in detention, Zainab Sharif, if fate will be determined today. Whew, we are waiting to see whether some get for dance or, well, I not cut them before the courts of Ibinomenokar. So, Zainab in fate today, like I mentioned earlier on, will be determined. Away from Zainab Sharif, now we move next to, we all see the Sayatel. We see a video going around, before QCell, before Orange, before Africell. There was Sayatel. We say then and day we not get access to these phones that now where we use, where you get for go tin up now one kind longer line for go make call and all. Many believed that if Sayatel been still there alive, maybe the complaints we're having about how much we're buying data now or the call price per floor not going to be the same way. But we see governments they push because we got for shown a video of Sayatel reviving waiting we made for believe saying a Salonion. We see the Ministry of Information coming on board. There's been so many allegations, point finger. You get staff already crisis, the need for pay, and now all of those things. But maybe the Ministry of Information putting it out is another way of telling us that they are ready as a government for revive our very own. Let's quickly take the video, and from that we go kickstart with conversation this morning. Stay glued.
Me I work at Sayatel as an operator from 1990. So this August 1 for make me 36 years at this building. What start for the condition be fine. People let me they jealous me safe. What start for work now. But after we come merge with SLNTC, we come 1995 war merge. 9 things begin drop. Not easy for we. But by then we be the get salary, we get with medical. We go hospital, we will get to medicine them. It be okay, we'll be satisfied.
Salary wise, they don't pass about 20 something, even 25, 26 months, if I can correct. We know they get them regularly. If they pay safe, sometimes they will pay you 1 month, 2 months, after 6 months or 1 year. And so we they receive the salary.
Some of we company die medical no day. We know you get salary. Some of we now exchanges them with that. Now offices and now they will go to. We say we pay rent. We know you get the money now for pay rent. So the green notice will come up. Some of the company die.
Me, I been getting picking. We are born with one woman. The woman left me. They go form another married house. Then. Now me one day now with the shame na public. As a big man, you dey pass nothing ordinary yarn. Somebody will be in the see you today. There is no saying as Sarah tell you they things been they go on well, but now you know they go on well, and they laugh at you.
Tell me no can we not be proud of Sayatel. We say na Sayatel you the work they say Sayatel see they exist. When I still get life. Some people that with the shame now for good toxin as Sayatel with it.
government's response to that, Usai, the Minister of Labour actually talked about which we will bring to now in with subsequent edition of the Today Show, whether it's breakfast or it's lunch. Now, we conversation this morning how small or big is the issue of intellectual properties rights in Sierra Leone. And for help, we talk about Dande. We get with us Ibrahim S. Johnson, the Senior Registration Officer, Office of the Administrator and Registrar General, and of course, the Golden Fingers, President of Association of Music Producers and Engineers in Sierra Leone. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, my lady.
Okay. Not everybody know that in 2011, we actually get an act where former President and Escoma signed, where they in line with a treaty of other international related bodies, we get to deal with intellectual properties, right and all. For say, if for example, this na me own, or this na me idea, or this na me work, if joke but now, for example, one for use it gets XYZ thing for do, and if you not do there's actually so and so we go before them. But Mr. Johnson, maybe we want broader knowledge about this. Take us through the roadmap. What is this whole intellectual property right? I mean, what it entail and how serious it is?
Yeah, thank you, LBRT, for that question. And as you say, intellectual property is a broad term. And the meaning of intellectual property comes as a result of recognition. Who itself recognize the result of human creativity. That whatever you create from your mind, that results in now consider intellectual property. Most times it takes thinking, sleepless nights, for you bring up a concept where you want let people appreciate. So if you sing a song, definitely landing at the result of your mind. So landing at intellectual property. But intellectual property is divided into two folds. We get what we call the industrial property, where nowadays we get patent, industrial designs, trademark and geographical education. But for salon level, we only get protection for patents, industrial designs and trademark.
What na this patent so?
Patents na an invention where granted by the states as a result of the inventor in the therefore disclose what you don't make. So patents in the normally concern a solution to a technical problem. Then from there we'll get to a result of patents. The TV, the camera, all these inventions where people see a good for take somebody in photo. So that technical problem we then solve and the patents fall. Then we get what we call industrial design. Design and anything we be perceived and appreciated by the ordinary eyes. Anything they see, for example, the structure of the chair we sit on, so now the art of design, the shape of the phone we get, and then the art of design, the shape of the shoes really well. The art of design even involve the clothing very well, and as to design that. So design is protected under industrial property. Then we have to call the trademark. The trademark now fall under the name, the symbol, or any combination of letters where it is associated to a product. Of course, like we have today, Slik TV. There are many other TV stations, but as it calls Slik, it will be easily identified. So they identify now based on that trademark, Slik. So the word Slik, now on a trademark, on a branding. So now this is now the area where industrial design cover. The other limb of intellectual property is copyright. Copyright, I believe, is one of the reasons why we sit on here. Copyright in the protect original expression of a creative work. Expression, because the word expression is key in the protection of copyright. Because like we Lord most also, they will get different concepts, maybe they will get similar concepts. But they know able to express them in the same way. So now make copyright stand to be protected. So if you get a song, we're not only man the same title, but at the end of the day, we not ever get the same voice or the same way of singing. If you get a book for right, Now again, the same title. When an expression in that book will never be the same. So now the copyright protect.
In that light, that you mentioned Slik, right? We'll use them as a case study here, that if somebody gets a name, we don't see instances, Sefna Salonia, who say one name, different people in the user. I'm sure you agree with that, Andy. See, you get instances who say one something, name particularly, different people in the user.
Yes. Give me an example, like
the fest and all, the fiesta thing that is going on, you know, all of those things.
We actually, and this is not the area of trademark. When it comes to name, a trademark cover a year there. So in that sense, trademark gets about 49 classes. Possibility for only one name exists with different people or different organizations. For example, with Slik, following within the broadcasting environment, it will be difficult, if at all on a register on a trademark, it will be difficult for Slik exist as a TV station. Maybe Slik might be used in different areas, let's say for a product or that thing, but you cannot use Slik for TV. When it comes to the office, we reject them, because that would be confusion of a prior existing trademark. So it's not possible for them to get similar name to fall under the same class of the same product for them to be under the office. It's not possible.
Let us talk about that registration side. Where did it go through now? Because let us say, for example, not everybody go say, because obviously this now an established institution, I go one for register at all cost. But sometimes one job man I go grab no more, just taking phone, for example, and begin do Slik TV self online. Yeah, so let us take us through that registration phase. Let me come again this example way. Maybe Slik here, which you do right now, then don't register through Una or Una aware of them. But what if in that case, somebody just taking phone and just put Slik TV online, well, you know, go through Una and all, but yet they're using the same name, you know?
Well, that's one. When it comes to intellectual property, now a private ownership thing, the office, a day for ensuring we register a registration of brand as a recognition where the individual gets. Where, for example, just like land, everybody can buy land. But the essence of registration of that land, for let the government recognize the existence of the title. Same way with trademark. If you cannot office story, you can't for register of trademark, we register them. For we, it's not easy for let somebody get a double registration. However, if somebody else be using a brand name without registration, where it's not possible, then you get right for take action against that person. That's an infringement upon your own brand.
Now this 2011 Copyright Act is still used?
The area we may discuss so it fall under the Trademark Act of 2014.
2014.
Yes, I can tell you say at the initial stage we get different types of intellectual property. So we get the trademark, the industrial design and patent, then get copyright. Copyright stand on its own. Copyright and get the 2011 Act.
All right. Let's bring the golden fingers into this. I'm ready. I don't know why they laugh. There was a recent issue around Joe Bana pointing finger at Joe Santigi, where we see at the end of the day, we not just get a round table discussion and then sort it out. Una be consider the 2011 Copyright Act, or is there something else that we need for no? Because I actually have a reason why I start with that, but low kickstart for me and that.
Yes, so I don't know if you still want to use the name Joe Bana or whatever, we'll go straight to the original names of the one that we
So let's go with it. Is it Sweeter Boy and Legacy Boy?
Yeah, I think that's in the before long that I'm in office as the president of the Association of Music Producers for come on board for able to see how we can able for investigate and mediate. So we did two things there. So now because of the reason of the copyright and the intellectual property, we could be cargo lawyer when we'll be ready for investigate the case. Now these people, they don't know. We not just go for go mediate. The first thing we did was to investigate. But because of we're not able, the two sides, especially the one with the accused, not able to meet to the thresholds of waiting really the lawyer was looking for, maybe for nail the other side. So, you know, he used the exact word, say, there are some skeleton in the cupboard, but you know, reach to the threshold for make we able to take legal actions. You know, because people are just thinking, say, we just go under for just go turn the case. That's not the case, because we know for Benon Kego lawyer in the name of Derek Achato. The one that know Derek Achato, now a lawyer we know the band. So, and the reason why we did that, and for make we use that as an example, for make people and know say it's a bad thing, it's a wrong thing for infringe into another man's, you know, property. Yes, but again, couple of things and they really affect again the industry, and one of the things and this lack of knowledge on say when you get your property, this and this and this and this now you get for do. So what thing we do after we investigate, we mediate, and after we don't put out the report, we made some recommendations there, which in them recommendations there fall under the office of Big Brother here, which is of course the one the way they get for deal with this intellectual property, you know. And one of the recommendations then, one key thing the way we've been recommend was how can we have well, I don't know if it's a local technology or an app wherein the cables you don't know you host, you get your idea, you know, you have a once generated code wherein it will open for you a database, you do your stuff there, straight it will go to the office and secure them there. But then day we will discuss on it and we will say how we will work together for make that kind of thing. Because not to everybody gets the knowledge on go register your idea. Because if you don't register your idea, there's no protection for it. And I think he's here.
Yes, we
rub much on that day. So now the one thing now day, because Sweeter Boy, you are accusing of legacy boy of stealing your song, but you don't get the song, you don't get a sample of the song, you go to the studio, you never even take picture of the producer, you know side beside the studio, the party when first listen to the song, the party not there, they know where to be found. So it was really difficult for us for make we nail the other side, because you know the reason why we want nail the other side, make people know say this thing is working. But again, the law has to be very efficient in this particular stage.
So in other words, for now the law not efficient?
Well, I not think say the law too efficient, especially the one way they enforce, because sometimes the government go on pass a particular bill or act, but it takes the one way they enforce that law there for make them able to know say yes, we don't snap stranga one say anybody will take in company in this and that, now these penalties that you get for pay. It's there, it's already there. Yeah, I need deny that fact that it's there. But we still need continuous sensitization, because every day people are coming into the creative world for make them know say if person take this, that this you need for do. So I think that's where the problem is right now.
You know, this issue, is it not something where a bone at throat for now? Is that something where actually the bone on the inside?
Bad one, especially with the music producers them. You know, and you know, this thing is so disturbed with that it is lessen with creativity. Because imagine you don't put out a creative job and you don't get no protection. You don't know waiting for do. You understand that? Because the issue is the protection is there. I won't deny that fact. But a lot of these people in the entertainment, in the creative world, they don't really know waiting for to say, when you get your creativity, go register. Example, if you get your name as Lord Mo, go register. If I get my idea, we get outside, we will go register. And again, we get something for protect. You know, it's becoming a bit challenging, and especially coming, like I said, to the production side. We directly now we produce the content. There's no way we can able make let the artists understand say there's going to be a split sheet. Wait you get forget within a million percentage. So if this music I don't make continue for play for the next 10, 15, 100 years, if you note something, the Michael Jackson the way they don't die, the Bob Marley till now, the fella kuti, their families, then they enjoy out of waiting their grandpa they don't do, even though they are gone. Because their job, we are protected. So this is something of a huge concern, which we really need for do massive sensitization and outreach on this particular issue because it's disturbing. Mr. Johnson, the Lord Boko for for thought. I mean, with all waiting, Lord Modon say the issue still kind of tranga for deal with. Is it that the Lord heavy for thought, or there's a missing link somewhere? Maybe the education or the.
No, I'm not going to tell you the Lord Boko for we get the manpower for carry out this load. But however, when it comes to copyright issues, the creative industry, not one man business. It's one man business. And one of the challenges we be on the get now that it's difficult because the right holders, as me and Lord Moby talk, they first of all need for reorganize themselves in a way they will be easily identify, like Lord Moby don't say, Association of Music Producers, they for exist, Musician Association for exist, and all the other organizations will be part of the stakeholder environment. When they exist, it's easy for we to work together, not to be for work alone. Because as I say, intellectual property na individual thing. The office, they only come to ensure they intervene on the enforcement side. Who will not say the right holder themselves on board. For example, one of the critical areas that they suffer from as a result of the institution of collective management in absence, or how that will come into play when
the institution of waiting?
Collective management.
What do they mean first?
Collective management organization, an organization where is supposed to exist in a way where, for example, where the artists there as they individually, I mean the lobby, as we speak now the lobby. But one of the challenges where the artists in the get now how to enforce them. That tells you not to something you're able to do individually. Lord Moore as a producer we don't also you focus on how to think and create something. How to think and create something. So the issue of enforcement will be difficult for them. Other musicians face the same thing. So the only available means will make them possible. And the existence of a collective management society. That society, and they use now for assign the own rights. So that society, they will act on behalf of them. With the existence of that society, Lord Moore now, they don't want to see the money, will flow for them. Because for any music, for example, when I play music, because it's not a commercial institution, when I play music, when I pay for them in the form of remuneration, other than color royalties. They go to a club with song, they will pay for them. So you imagine if somebody gets a hit song and collects royalty for them. And like you know, get an album, they realize something. That's the essence of intellectual property. And the office don't make significant role for CC, not only the acts within now, because the acts self, because there was a time where I attended one conference in Kenya, one of the Puni, they commend the acts on the basis of its balance. Because it creates... Which of the acts? Because I'm for realizing the Copyright Act of 2011. The one of 11. Yes, they recommend and actually comment based on the fact that it creates a balance between protection and the leverage for access to the work of being protected.
You know, I read through the act itself and the fine, maybe, but I not see the NLE where they refer to in union. I see where you flout some of the laws in there, which you could pay now 60 million. Isn't that so?
Yes,
because I don't see. I don't use that. Let us say, Lord, more can me go now to the law. I don't 60 million pay.
No, well, if you watch the act, you get a dual track approach. One, we get what we call the civil remedies, we purely lead to compensation. Civil remedies. Most cases of intellectual property are approached by civil remedies. Meaning, if a Lord Moore feels say they don't infringe on creativity, they take legal action. Legal action, where at the end of the day, if the court decides what is supposed for them benefit is huge, they can levy that compensation and fine on that person, they compensate loan more, and where possible, and even call for destruction of the said infringement tools or whatever. Then when it comes to now to the criminal aspect, in they come for punish, not for reward. In for punish.
They punish and or maybe punish. You go pay.
Yes, now punish.
And or pay, right?
Yes, now punish they punish. The punishment, it can be a fine or 3 years term jail. So if the law, if the master sabi people in the law find out say the act he commits is severe, maybe they're going to even tell you for pay both the fine and go jail.
But let us look at the threshold. Maybe that bring in the golden fingers now. So the threshold then are 60 million. I still learn fast. You cannot see the NLE we make and the new million, right?
No, not 60 million.
60 million.
60 million.
That
Okay.
tells you now the old
money.
Yes, 2011 to now, and this new money now just 2002 to 2022 to 2023. So now the old real. So just bring down to equivalent of 60,000.
60,000.
Yes.
Okay, so Lord Mo, imagine your idea, your concept, or how should I put it? Firstly, confirm this, that the issue of Legacy Boy and Sugar Boy is about 3,000. 3,000 was given in compensation for that.
No. There was no compensation given.
No cash compensation?
No. The money that we Sweeter Boy received, now like the fans are really sorry for him, say, okay, Abel, this person here, we think, say, because when this thing came up, you know, the public sympathy was with Sweeter Boy. You understand, eh? And a lot of people and be thinking, say, oh, okay, this boy really talented. Now, so we go able for help. Not so like, because of this case, now this will be compensate. No, not so we do the compensation. No.
So in that light, the money in the fine, the 60,000, 60 million.
60,000.
60,000.
Yes.
Your idea, your concept and everything, you think, say, a match, I mean, a valuable waiting in at the fine day, and to all maybe something if you don't get more than that money day, if you actually nobody take you walk and all.
I think Mr. Johnson just rightly say sometimes and they look into when they weigh the case and know say the gravity of the case. If maybe the gravity of the case is that serious, then they can give you both the fine and the penalties and when at the jail time of 3 years, you know.
It's about so, your own appreciation now. Imagine me work, then I don't put everything, all effort and all. I don't want to call names, but you get certain songs, for example, where some man they sing. You and I know say they make more than that money day.
Of course. So that's why it's an act. It's liable to amendment. We all can go sit down and say, no, but this money is small. But how somebody who can thief me property, then you can't pay me this kind of money. Sometimes you don't make pass waiting that money, they say free, then we can't pay you, you understand it? But again, looking into waiting Mr. Johnson, say, then sabi for interpreter more, you understand? And if we as an industry think, say, well, this is not something where it's not on a fair level, on a leverage, we can able to say, okay, the words you don't, we look into it. The one key thing where he mentioned, they are not going to work in isolation. It's not just going to be them. And I will all therefore make sure, say, we all come together because copyright and intellectual property is big, and it's a problem in this country. You go switch you for no say after the issue of Legacy Boy and Sweeter Boy, the kind of issue that we come up.
Where on earth?
The kind of thing that we come up, like inside 1 week, I got like over 20 different people, and this person don't thief me this person don't thief me this. So what are we going to do moving forward?
But in that light, something in there will be the past Sweeter Boy, the issue not be included in there?
No, will not be included because for we think say, let me tell you say, we go do investigation. So sometimes when you investigate something, you know say, you need for the other people there, especially them being the people that are responsible, before be known to them. But the first thing we need for doing for establish the fact say, this person here take this person property, then moving forward, we for belong transfer them to the law because to the government, and then for belong out the law inside now actively say, okay, you know what thing, una sue, una for belong, we for belong even make a sue for Sweeter Boy, but there was nothing we can do. Like I say, we don't meet the threshold we will look for according to the lawyer for make we begin even waste people in time on that day.
But you know? Mr. Johnson, una be see the issue, right? Una self not been come on board, or maybe they not go tell una. They say we not call it per married, not go to me no book plate.
Yes,
but it's way serious than that example where I give. Una self say una not put una hand there, or I don't know.
And of course, until we've been doing social media, but your office not been getting knowledge of that specifically.
In what
however,
sense?
as Lord nobody talk, I think one critical aspect with regards such matters are that, and the music industry in one area we're very complex. But I think one of the things we happened to the gentleman as a result, like Lord Modon say, that they carried out an investigation, but in discover say the gentleman able to pinpoint exactly as to how he come about to work. But however, we had that gentleman be able to show something, and as the act, it's clear in the act, each and every work is protected. The composer of a song is protected. The performer, who can call the singer, if you're different from the composer, you also get a protection. Of course, the producers, they're all protected. So there you see a tripartite relationship in that particular aspect, but each and everyone could benefit from them. So, like when you don't see, because this gentleman able to show as to how he come up with the idea, so it's difficult to let them mediate in a way where himself will benefit. But otherwise, if you be sure, if I write the song, you show proof of writing that song there. Even though legacy boy don't go sing them, the fact that legacy sing, a talent exhibit, itself for benefit.
But what you want to do as an institution when no but the law, not so even one self there about 3 way there, one go on for no, what's I wanna been there? What you want to do? That is exactly like what this whole thing was almost everywhere, and maybe when I sit on no more on watch not for long say a gateway for everyone come educate the public, say that it's XYZ one I need for know, and if something happens, this is the money we get for pay. And a lot more they say since that one issue day, it's able no more get more than 20 already. So it tells you 20 times 10 force. You know add times who knows?
As I say, we as an office, we mandate a very clear and to ensure we administer intellectual property, register search, at the same time help for enforce. When it comes to criminal aspects, we can come. When it comes to them private and an individual for being done to we obviously also serve as mediation. But the fact that not being done to we have not get knowledge of as an office or within the media. Because who said we expect when such things don't come, if we don't bring until we notice, then we will see how we mediate and guide. But then back way then form part of the industry, they will mediate. It's about solution. If they don't solve the problem, then to find out it's solved, then I'm not saying nothing for being issue.
Also the issue basically, you know, when we start the conversation, you want to talk saying as something that is serious. And a lot more say for now they get about 20 that in table. More than 20. So now make they say even if they not come meeting, maybe let me put it this way. If for example, me a musician, or let us say I have an idea. If I don't register them to una, if something happen, no put una animal today.
It's you know I can tell you say, I'm just like we get land. Yeah, intellectual property. I made them call them property. They call them property with the exclusivity and concept in it. That you get property. Now if you know how to use them, whether you make use them, or whether if you allow to use them. So in that sense, even as an office, we get limited rule. If you're not being a matter to we don't go know. Now that knowledge and then they help we bring that to we say we able to serve for immediate. And we highest role as an office in terms of then civil matter and mediation. And for insurance to people. Then if they're not being that to we will not get for one after you on that. Because these are private matters. You understand? When we are in somebody, for example, come with a pirated goes important, and then we log in song, the book recorder in a huge, and the no need for terror moment to know now we suggest to go after that person.
Because he registered to that?
No, besides the registration. Because for copyright, registration now on voluntary basis, one of the instances of that, and for the owner be recognized by the state. Let the state recognize the ownership of that particular thing. And like an issue that if that bobo or that gentleman for the register in some way, right, it could have been easier for reference evidence to see and work this. Now, society, we register society. Because that not happen, it's difficult. But intellectual property is an individual thing. Now, you for bring that to the attention of the state. If you get to land, you should overwhelm. Guess what? The state not can fetch for you. Now, all the way we report to the state, and the state can.
With all this really explained, so Mr. Johnson, you think, sir, the public aware about this? You think, sir, much education has been done so far from Una lens?
We don't make significant strides in letting the public know.
How?
But
when?
On many occasions, we don't partner with Telem. We invited artists, including big artists. It's unfortunate that most of the big artists, like Lord Muso, don't can attend. But glad we Lord Muso don't attend. You don't take and see this is a very serious way affect them, and the fact that it's affecting them, then so also they come on board. We don't create a lot of workshops for bringing them forth, because the artists themselves we can target. But of course, we don't get many engagements, social media as well as this traditional media. We don't kind even Slik. The last time I was in Epic Radio on IP. I have been to SLBC, AYB, all they said they don't need it. But not a one-off thing. A continuation.
Yes.
A continuation. I make a say, we as an office no able to do this alone. We cannot do it in isolation. We are all of them involved, including the music producers associations and other associations. If they come on board, it's easy for spreading the message. We can imagine in 2011 when the act was enacted. There was this ignorance and euphoria at that time for one after people left for enforcer. But the mechanism, the institutional mechanism, we are not there. So they fail. And one thing about the enforcement of copyright, especially when it comes to music, I complex here because one, if you say you want to enforce a song without a collaborative and coordinated thing, what will happen? When you avoid the song, then go to the other side, we never enforce it.
We're not free.
There comes the existence, the importance of the collective management society. Because with that now, what will happen? When it comes to existence, you know they all enforce music or songs that we protected this year. We also can't forget what we call reciprocal agreement with other countries, wherein if Nigerian songs are played now, therefore collect royalty on behalf of Nigeria. So therefore, you know we balance Salon music for Nigerian music.
Exactly.
This is how it's supposed to work. These are the things. So we not go do on our own alone. That's why I'm happy we Lord Modia now. For level 7 and come on board and see how they push this. Because they are the rights holders. They are the one highly affected. We they come from the government side. Because for government, we believe in engage for everyone and getting engagement. Government is an opportunity for government if everybody is engaged. And when it comes to copyright, it's for popularity. Now if you look at the act, it tells you about the economic right. If you tell you say now area for make money.
And then we court self talk about this money. So you take somebody idea, you don't take money.
It's about making the money.
But again, Lord Mo, with all what Mr. Johnson explained, say imagine more here. I don't sing my song, and you know maybe the radio station or maybe the blogger or whosoever or the content creator, and because I don't go through the processes and all the registration or restriction as per what Mr. Johnson will explain earlier on, but because you want the popularity, you want to make the song go far and wide, like you say, you don't take on too much because you want it that way because you want for sell them in exchange. Maybe that is why some of these things not all watertight, because in return for me as Lord Mo now, I want my song go far and wide. Yes. So all other nitty-gritties around it now, me no want for no. All what me wants for let me song go far.
So I think when Mr. Johnson really talk, he make mention of something very key. You understand? So when this act was
enacted,
enacted, 2011,
July.
Then waiting up, we begin. I don't know if it's a mistake or I don't know how to place it. So we begin run after the one then the pirates, then CD. So what they begin do, they begin left salon music and go take different nationality music. And now when they know say these are like a pirate and nobody on the can ask me. So it gets what happen, salon music drop. So now been from that point there, salon music drop because it was enacted, but I don't know which mechanisms we have put in place, not only for protect them, but for make and let it look like it's not optional. You understand? Because it became optional. So if you give the option of this one, and they pay for this, then this you need to pay for them. Salon people, or mostly anybody will go for the one we need to pay for. And especially the music that they come up from other countries, they are really standard. You understand? So 10 cam, there was a huge play of the Nigeria songs, the Ghanaian songs, the Amapiano, because 10 cam, the one that the pirate songs, they are then salon music there. Then take and say, okay, you can just take this one. So as an artist, it's heart-rending for make you see, you get music, then you don't go put all the creativity for make it reach to the audience, then you get limitation. So now it make time become, they were like, okay, when I just take them, you can take them, you don't care about waiting there around. Me, let me song just hit, then I make shows or get money from corporate or if projects and kind of puts me there. So now so we begin make money from different things, but not from the music of itself. So again, coming back to the point, if we therefore reach to the point wherein we really want for make music make for we money, then we therefore put things in place, especially how for tackle the issue of other music coming in where you know they pay for it. You understand? Because for example, if you pay for salon music now, then you can download Nigerian music or any other music we need to pay for, you go for the one we need to pay for. You understand? So it's a big problem. It's a huge problem. Especially those days where CDs been survive. Yes, it will be a big problem, you know. Then again, when you catch them, you carry them go to police or some side. By the time they remember that thing they don't die, you get for waka. So when they enact the thing, the sensitization not being too much on the kind impact we for create, you understand? But I think say now we all for be help in the sensitization. So it's a blame not so only on their own side or government own side, everybody. So that's why at this point we say, okay, let's all come together and see what can we do, because it's a concern. When I say it's a concern, you're not going to understand. Every day, even as recent as even the last song back where Legacy don't pull, another person don't contact me back saying I ain't get this
song. I'm seeing that.
So it's and we're not going to sit down all time for the talk case.
and see Mr. John see that. This why you don't know now. You don't go see, you don't know again.
You know,
but again,
we're not going to sit down all time for the talk case. So we have to put strategies in place how for minimize down there, if not safe, how for stop them.
Again, Lord Mo, if the damn an issue. I mean, you have this act we feel like saying for me they don't make them for this fine party dress, for example, and you know able wear them for they go bluff by the party. In sense here, what I'm saying is this act was there or the establishment for protect me and me work, might get value for what they do. But if in return I know they actually yield the benefit, is there a need for it?
Well, for me, I would
from a lens, anyways.
There is a need. I think that things that we need for put in place. For example, like let's come back to Sweeter Boy. When you see him, I know with no disrespect, but you will not say in level of understanding, you know, reach to the point where you go understand, say, now this and this I need for do for protect me music. What about the people that in that village with themselves? Because I tell you, God built everybody different and unique. Everybody's creative in their own way. What about the people that they write in that place where they not able to understand, say, now this I need for do. That's why initially when I begin talk, say, we will see one of our recommendations, how can we work together with them. Sometimes even then now you orange money, sometimes you pay small money or certain amount, you're able to register, maybe you find a way, you snap, you picture it, you know, creating a database wherein all of these things, your creativity will be registered. That's something where we therefore engage them. It's something where we're actually happy at this point. You guys came up with this interview, but we actually plan for engage them and see how we all can partner for make this thing happen, because like I say, it's affecting us. The need day for make you get the act. I think so that the way we all forgo about and the right way is the problem. Sometimes you can do a good thing, but if you don't do the right thing, then still they face the challenges. Because you go do something, it's a good thing, but what are the right things to be done? That's the challenge.
We'll see any time for we go digital, because if Lord Mo they say well, may then go they register. I mean, we want to see any time for when I take this whole process digital.
Let's just come with the first point we asked, Lord, with regards to the need of the act. You know, before now, what may happen that if somebody writes even a book for publishing, you go to UK, where they recognize that publication. So the need for the act, I think, is a thing for question, because there will always be somewhere to start. If you watch section 12 of the Constitution, it creates moral obligation to promote music and Salonian culture. I think in another then translate, we graduate to what we call the Copyright Act of 2011. So now step, the legal aspects now one area will be challenging. Though I don't say in the industry. But when law not do for something, it's very difficult.
True.
Now the fact that we don't get law, it makes it simple. I think yes, we got challenges of awareness. People don't know. Even the rights holder themselves, then they even find it difficult to know their rights. Because if they know their rights, they will know how important on what they engage on. So when it comes to digital, of course we are administrator, Madam Ibinda, he don't make significant strides. Of course, we work with our partners and for see how we go digital. With that, I believe that will help. But even as that, it could also be good for them to take the owners for the come to the office and do inquiries. And copyright, as I say, it automatically protected when you create your work. If you load mode today, you don't go sit down, you don't make a beat, it automatically protected. For this modern day, it's a complex thing for label show saying, let me get this as against what. So there comes in the voluntary registration, which is very essential. So that I do with the advice, creators therefore make sure they come to the office and get registered.
You know, the need for it, where you can ask about where you can respond to if something about 15 years old now, if not picking out, if you go around from 2, from 3, 15 years old now, and yet we're still struggling, we're still a creep. You know, the more they say, in fact, now Sweeter Boy and get a new case again. They outside about 20 on the table again. Yes. So it tells you things are unearthing. If 15 years became, wait for they around from 2, from 3, it's still a struggle with A, B, and C. You still say we actually need them?
They act, in fact, it makes it easy for them now. If you say, if somebody talk about, say, let me write over this, and because there is a law, the absence of enforcement will make the law ineffective. You understand? The law is always there. If you load more in work, somebody infringe, load more in a way I say, this time I don't infringe, the law they will protect them for one after that person there. As I say, maybe there is a gap in the awareness over the right holders. For let them know, say, me won't work, somebody infringe, so I have to take action against them. But the law is there.
I think it goes beyond.
And with the presence of the law, you can take anybody in a court, including even if somebody see don't hear in music they use as ringtone, that is not to forget money.
You know, this case is big.
Okay, so I think I go add to what Mr. Johnson they say. You see, in life, white people believe in precedent. You understand, eh? And that's the reason why I take up that particular issue of Sweeter Boy and Legacy Boy, for make we use it as a precedent for make, you know, salon people, especially Motaman, they just need for say, oh, this person and don't hold and don't jail for this. All man afraid, it will send a signal. But since the law it was enacted, we don't actually get cases that we don't see wherein, you understand, eh? Yes, you understand. So now, I will recommend that even at this point, even though they not go they call them into some certain issue, but then when I then get the particular space for the intellectual property, certain things and they come into intervene. You understand, eh? Because at the end of the day, this thing will only hold water when it's in acting, when it bets people, like the law. You understand, eh? So the moment we are in, somebody knows say, this I can just can't take we dey go sit down, we talk behind closed doors, or we then go mediate between we. They're not afraid the law, you understand? And for me, like I say, the reason why we've been taking that particular issue and we even go with lawyer, if Legacy Boy will be meet to the threshold, I'll tell you by now a different thing. Because if I don't use that as an example for me, everybody knows say there is a law say if you infringe into another person's property, you understand you have penalties to pay. So that's why we have to be very sensitive on this particular thing for make we able to send a huge signal out there. Because sometimes you can send sensitization, you know, you go to talk and like, we in a daddy in house, we picking come into water, left, you understand? Sometimes you have to use the rod for make the other one then see, say, hey, if I come to this water now, daddy go beat me. So I think that's the case we are in right now. We really need for looking to that.
Mr. Johnson, are the word that, sir?
Yes, I agree with Lord Moore on that aspect here. As I will say, and this now not so an isolated case for we as an office spread alone. So that's why I'm happy with me and dinner today, because the issue of creativity, copyright, is a huge area where they bring benefits for this country, not only for the right holders. So for we
even through the Ministry of Tourism.
Yeah. For we prioritize that because we believe say when we come together, because they actually did it as I say, but where the gap lies, and that of how we come to ensure we get strong institutional mechanism. One, the institution not only from the government side, including the right holders association. They need to try to formalize them. When they formalize them, it makes it easy for us to contact them, for also for the meets on a occasional basis where we forge ahead with regards to the enforcement of this act. But if everybody there in a scattered way, in isolation, not to see we defect in isolation. That's why, as Lord Moby say, when they initially start them, they balance themselves with music, they go into foreign music. So these are concerted efforts. Now what for count one? Who count one? We able, because right now we boss. We and Madam Atina Ibinda, it already forward all the international activities, and because for you protect your own copyright in a country, it will also be part of all the conventions there, because they help you for you get an agreement with other countries. We will call reciprocal agreement. Because now, for example, when you say Salon, Nigeria music they run fraud in Salon. So if we be part of a convention of the collective management society, we get an agreement with the Nigerian society, they tell us say, whatever song we play in Nigeria in Salon, so we collect for we. Whatever song they play in Salon in Nigeria, we collect for them. That's how.
And I see the possibility of that day.
It happens. It happens in the other country. Why not happen?
If we law is still the creep param, now something like external, something we need again. I'm still thinking of how to put it. But in sense, for example, now third party don't coincide, which means another country don't coincide. If inside us na force, let's say for example, Lord Mo and in team, then they get on directly, or then they benefit from one directly. Now where third force they come inside. I mean the possibility of that day, you know.
No, we mean to rule them out. Because this is what is happening in other countries. Let me tell you, initially say, right holders they need to organize themselves. From there, we take off. When we take off, this is how it's happening. You know, they only focus because when you look at the public domain, these are materials and we not protected. One of which, now, like for example, in the music, let's say Lord Mo don't publish music, the 50 years will lapse. And after 50 years now, the public domain, so everybody can free for use them. And one of which also now where somebody announce, say no, me no want to take money again from the song. Let be free for all. And a public domain work. Then the other one, a foreign work. Foreign work will not protected. And it follow the public domain, which means the citizen will be free for user anyhow. So if you not be party to a convention and get an agreement from other countries, then definitely your own protection will hold.
Lord Mo, you say since we don't issue this sweeter boy, lover boy, I just get confused with their names. We don't get more cases we don't come on board. One for no. From the lessons learned from those two gentlemen there, however, involve the registrars of. I beg una kamba, una kaya proof small can settle one or two things. Una then 20 above cases, yeah, myself don't get. More can talk one on one, see moving forward, waiting for you.
I think that's why in the previous talk I recommend for this particular meeting I get with Mr. Johnson, because it's something we just done that case like 2 or 3 weeks back, and we made, like I said, we made our recommendations which we are going to take to them, but we're not being know the right approach or the direct people that we will be need for get involved. So for me, this one is a blessing for let me meet and talk about this, because it's not something we have to fight about. It's something we have to be in one accord as an industry, and especially when now we create the music. So we get forget the other key players then. Sometimes and the artists can be, sometimes they will be more careless about everything. No more than just one go sing, people then listen then. So now we now get for take on that responsibility. Say, not it goes just beyond singing. Now people listen or enjoy, you make you money. You can able make a better living for the next generation coming if we can able. So it's going to be an MOU between it. Therefore, be either we and the artists them, but we have to have pivoters on the limelight for deal with, especially the way now the space then did and then responsible, especially for the intellectual property, and we go get to that point there. I think moving forward from now, we will come with a very good result. The next sit down, we'll go sit down again, say this and this now we don't put together, because it's a huge concern, like I say, and they don't want to work in isolation, neither do we. And it not will yield any dividends if all man just say, okay, you know what, let we just do it without them people that we need them. In as much as they need we self need them for make this thing happen. So I think with your questions, we will work on that definitely.
Mr. Johnson, I'm sure you agree, say this thing goes beyond music. This whole copyright thing, this whole trademark thing, this whole movies. Let's talk about Mr. Salon film. They say, okay, let's talk about books. Today, you go see, for example, I don't do a copy of my book. I tell you, you don't see photocopy one force a street. I mean, then they back there on a mandate.
It's all part of the copyright and environment.
Today, maybe you don't buy 40 millions.
Understand.
If I say they go on the streets, they don't photocopy and they begin selling 50 million. I can see that, right?
That's one key area where, in fact, when if you listen the word copyright, and from there the word copyright come on. You can say you get your work, now you get right for mass produce them, now you get to copy them, other person get right to copy them. And from there they give back to that word copyright. Meaning if the other person go copy your work without your consent, a violation or proper infringement.
But now they see them as state.
Well, as I say, it's about individual, because you go see something as you never even know something and the person will get to work and they give authorization for that.
So going for photocopy and black and white, not by any term like patient and investigate.
When because the essence of intellectual property and for reward creators, not to for create popularity, because you're not only limited into copyright. When Lodmo installs them, then they play, and they get a spillover effect, not only being protected on copyright. What did happen? If they get what they call merchandise rights, because image become bigger, then brand become bigger. So trademark all the kind into that play.
So I think for help Mr. Johnson, this thing be not happen at the industry. You go don't do creative work. Some man they take them back, you go sell them to a second or third party. When that person then and then they go do mass production. How you as government get for access between them two people and say, now this gets and not to this gets. So it can be difficult, especially when you have a lot of people now, or back then, I don't know if it still happen now, like back then when you do your single, there were these Nigerian guys and around the streets where you just go take them because of that moment, you need get you immediate problem, you want to go solve, you just sell and get. So now you make the sensitization, therefore go on, especially to we are the creators then, when we are the people and we the direct beneficiaries then, like he was saying. Because sometimes when you ask, you go see you go don't write a book, then later you see on the street, you go don't act a movie, by the time they make you don't see on the street, you have to investigate. Sometimes and the one they say for them get the original copyright to the property, and they can go sell them, and you can't, government not able that kind of situation. I don't know if una can handle
that situation.
Actually, as I would say, now the individual getting right, now the first point of contact in terms of enforcement. If the individual gets right, enable monitor in the intellectual property portfolio, it could be difficult for those who know say you get out. Yeah, now you can tell you. So if we don't know, say, if we know just going to arrest, we don't even know that what. So when it comes to that area, there, if you watch the act, it tells you some of the economic rights. The production are one. So you get to work, and you right to massive producer. So if any third party did do it has to be you giving that person license. License, and like we give permission for you to do that. If you not give permission for do that, now infringement. Now proper infringement. Then the thing way, if you the individual, if you're not able to take legal action, you can bring us to your attention for we use the other approach of punishment when a criminal action.
Okay, with all the about 3 acts on getting the subject matter salon, one for since the establishment of them from 2011, which is the oldest there, right? Now, don't ever get any formal complaint. Let's say this time also don't go fair and I post you don't come meet you now.
Well, actually, in all of these 3 acts, the one way when the latter one, what we call it, trademark after 2014. 2014. Now, more people aware. I know see 3 days them. They're very much concerned about their brands. As I speak, we get more than 26,000 records of registered trademark. That tells you how together then they prioritize, then they don't forget about the area in terms of branding, because they know say and branding they give them money. Because we get a particular product, we monopolize in branding, they give money. So in all of them, they act here, they are active, they are all legal laws that were enforceable in this country. They are all laws that were enforceable in this country. The only thing is that we have to work in concerted effort to ensure say we move forward from this level. The office don't make significant strides, as I say, because we also don't discover say the act gets a lot of gaps in terms of the current trends. So a day for amendment, we also need a way to count their own submission as what they think. They also get the regulation. We inform action. It's a trademark. Okay, copyright no get them. So all land day, we both some put time. We in the office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. So let them see how they go to plan a parliament and ensure say we are informed on how to implement the Copyright Act.
And office go hold what's this time around?
That's why it's for us all to come together, not to one man thing. We come together, the whole water, that's not possible, impossible. Before now, we're not being a law at all. We don't try to law on day. So, then they were more complex. We don't put it into place. What about the implementation side? Now, follow come together and see how we forge ahead. Definitely we hold water.
Liar, how big or small is this whole issue in a salon? I mean, I understand so you don't talk about how much they pinch now, you know, but sometimes we don't get to grasp things because also you're inside the shoe. So, how serious this is?
It's as serious that to the point like, you know, we get certain pain, where they go through, somebody asks you, you really they feel. You know, they even able to describe how they feel. You don't say no more, they feel serious pain. That's how serious it is. Because I tell you, the essence of survival, especially we as producers or into the entertainment, it rely on with property. It rely on with creativity. So that's how serious it is. Because for we, imagine I don't produce music for over 20 years, and all the music that I don't produce for this past 20 years, there was a time I was in my prime, and they benefit out of all the music there. You go past the street. In fact, that day they kill more. That day they make artists become more frustrated, especially when somebody pass, hey, this person, I mean, do this music, and be put this seat music, but you able to show nothing for it. And tell now people and they listen, you able benefit from it. So this is not something we don't debar the country for a very, very long time, you know, and it's as serious as more than the word cancer self. It's really, really, really serious. Because imagine, God forbid tomorrow, look, Lord, this is not a lot more way to produce all the hit music.
Songs them.
All, this. Tomorrow somebody might frame, my money na rombana, they go and money na pa woman, not knowing, say, the actual money where you supposed to get, you not get out of all the creativity we create. So it's really serious as 1,000 knives coming at you at once. That's how serious it is.
Mr. Johnson.
I agree with a lot more. It's a very serious thing. Not only to the right holders, including government. Government also gets a serious concern over that. Because one, governments, besides the employment where the creative industry they create, yeah, government also they lost huge revenue. Because you can imagine, because all the revenue where they forget, where they pay tax to government realize anything. And pirates enjoy this. So as a result, it's a very serious concern for government. Then besides, one of the reasons why they lost their kind of play, and for ensure they will promote culture. If it's somebody to work for something, they get the benefit. It demotivates them. And if that's the motivation that takes place, it will happen. The person gets zeal again for continue for the work. But if the reward they come in a form of monetary, believe me, not so only the current one, the way they into the thing will continue. Other people will also get interest. What will happen? Will they get mass employment? So it's a serious concern. And that's why we believe, say, with this kind of setting and with what we do so, I believe, say, we will continue on that same page so that we will make things become actualized. When that is happening, then tomorrow if somebody say, if it's single, even overseas, Americas and other countries, Nigeria, someone will get album. Someone get money. Someone will get album, they get money.
Yeah.
Because the moment you music hits,
just a single.
They continue for player. If they play in a club, they forgive remuneration. They play in a restaurant, they forgive royalties. They play any sound of commercial public garden, they play. They get money. And when once that music it continue for be appreciative in the minds of the Sierra Leoneans. That's back the money they continue for come.
You know, gentlemen, quick one. Let's bring the golden fingers into this. There's something where they observe that you get certain songs, for example, if you use them on Facebook, for example, let's say Nigerian songs, right? Sometimes you go use them where they show they on, or where you did live after that particular song then they mute them, right? But we not tend for the seed and the pasalo music. Is it because of all of these things I don't explain so?
Definitely. That's one aspect. But again, the Nigerian industry understand the creative rights. So what thing they can do mostly, they can register their job there with other international companies like BMI, ASCAP. So you get for employ people for collect royalties, which is another thing again where, of course, this office get for work with their international partners like he rightly said. So if music playing in Nigeria or any part of the world, they can collect your royalties. And I tell you, the danger of this thing, it don't cause brain drainage in our industry.
Brain drainage?
Brain drainage. In other words, it don't make boku senior artists, they don't go find greener pasture.
Or you mean they couldn't go overseas and okay again?
Because if you know the benefit,
put the talent aside.
It make you talent, it limits you. Because for every time, imagine they do business, you just invest in Nika. You invest. You know, like our business, they'd say, you know, go continue for invest. So now this can make most of your artisans go sit down overseas. I will tell you, then nobody not blame some of the one way they go. Nigeria is very uneasy for make you see artists go sit down overseas. Because you didn't like country, just a single. You don't even need album. It's not easy for like a album in Nigeria. A single is more than okay for make your life change. Survive. You understand, Because you get royalties. You don't even need show. Nigeria, they put music, you don't even need show. You don't need show. Just waiting, revenues the way they generate from that music day, especially when you are registered with these other international companies, the way then they collect royalties from all over the world. So when I make you consider, they buy them big motor car, then this, then they live the luxury life.
They don't know they live on there.
Definitely. So, you know,
So that area is the most most times a concern around a collective management organization. Then big organization what they call, or what they call them media houses, then Spotify, the Audio Mark. These are people able for receive license because they are only doing it when they are permitted. So individual artists they give them license, we don't even know the repercussion of what they do. But if we get a collective management society where they exist, now in they give license on behalf of the creators there. So if you give license to Audio Mark, and they monitor how selling our music they play, whether you don't play, whether you don't carry the highest, and distribute same to the right holders. So this is why other countries it's happening because you get a functional collective management organization where they step in the shoes of the creators. So for example, if you see them flag a Nigerian song on Facebook, because one, that communication to the public, now one key area than where the right holder get as a right. So you know for putting music publicly without consent. And for the collective management society now, they can monitor some of them platform then. So if you don't get license, if the platform don't get license for play Salonian music, as what can be normally if the collective management society exists, they can give something like a lump sum license where they go say, pay this amount for the year, they free for play any Salonian music. So with that, now the office now will get the mandate now for see how they must share based on the popularity of the song. You know, so this is not to something that just they happen. So there is a structure around it.
Okay, so I read an article where a particular lawyer, but not in Salon, the former Tabonaya Bari, he writes on copyright and this whole trade thing in Salon, you know, and it's inside in findings, it made for realize say there is already an established body, the Salon Copyright Society. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No, there is no society like that.
No. You're not aware of that they say there is a copyright society within a salon. Because as per findings we put in work, it's also mentioned say there is a missing link somewhere, like they're not correlate and all, and they're not even active. So let us say that is what she did in her findings.
When did she do that?
2024, 2025, we're doing thesis.
Okay.
I can share the document with you at the end of the day.
Okay.
You know,
I don't read that one.
You don't read them, right?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Somebody else will put up.
It put on they say inside in findings that this is find out say a day, but link no day between owner, the producers and all. So let us say a no day at all. Moving forward, maybe it's something we're going to work on and see say when I get the collective work where you talk say we're go want. But a lot more, you just see on the screen, right?
Yeah. Together we rise. Salon at 65.
They see this picture, they go viral, and we don't know. Now don't boss ways, no not put here in there.
This is not the most viral thing right now in the country. You know, so this is an independence song which we organization puts together for make we celebrate this independence. And this idea actually came on the day of my birthday, which was the 30th of March last month. So I was like, okay, my organization, I know I let them stress the head for which will give preso. Instead, waiting preso will give back not only now to the organization, but how we always, the rest of the other members can give back to the nation. And that's where we came up with this idea that let's do an independent song for we country, and let's get most of the A-list artists in this country, especially people that we don't take, you know, you go see
Amikalon, all the black so
Amikalon, yes, Pupa Banja, Bisaphonics, Innocent, Shady Baby, Star Z, K-Man.
So don't you release the song?
No, the song hasn't been released. It's not just the flyer. We released the song this week, and we get the boss, the general overseer, the PA, SSF for the introduction of the song.
The President's Bill?
Yes.
And I get for start the song?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely.
It's a good one.
So how much minutes this will get for Stiso?
Not more than 5 minutes, because we will do na fofoba we take from everybody. So all man sing, but we do the technical part of them for make it within the time frame we want, because people will be able to play them again and again and listen. But this thing has never happened in the history of Sierra Leone. This is not the first time for Leo get this kind of thing, and all now under we the same office, the producers.
I think there was one where is it Chief Minister been sing? Now not been do that day.
So you're talking about
I couldn't recall whether an independent song, but there was one way where Chief Minister said go give back.
I know
Yes,
what $10,000 is in Naira.
Before the COVID time.
All I'm saying,
Again, I maybe produce that someday, but this one at the association producer, we all put ideas together for celebrate the independence.
All right. So quickly before we go, there's a message here. We come up from Alfred Marshall Gassama. They say, copyright is not just a legal concept. It's a vital tool for protecting creativity and encouraging innovation. In a world where content can be easily copied and shared, respecting copyright ensures that creators, whether musicians, writers, or software developers, receive recognition for their work. Kudos to the Office of the Administrator and Registrar General for such a move to sensitize Sierra Leoneans on IP-related issues. Hope musicians or artists them go hold this with to hand. Another one from Miss Slik Nadwazak to say the issue of intellectual property rights in Sierra Leone needs massive public awareness. Even most of the entertainers are not aware of the said act. The entertainment sector needs to be a public engagement for their members to properly understand the act. And the word that to gentlemen say it need massive work. Yeah. So let's just close with you, Mr. Johnson. They say we need massive work. Are you ready for the massive work?
Of course, not today we start that. We don't live at this for long. And I believe now, say, with the collaboration with the rights holder themselves, we are at the center of this. I think, and will make it easy for we. We really need our work. We understand that, and we don't need the program. We don't see this thing a continuity business, not to see for do one-off like. We don't do one, but yes, it's not enough. So we need to engage more. So want them on board, so that we can continue this and let people change the culture of free use rather than legalize the usage of copyright work.
It's a pleasure for joining us this morning, Ina Ibrahim S. Johnson, Senior Registration Officer, Office of the Administrator and Registrar General, and the Golden Fingers, Lord Mo himself, President of Association of Music Producers and Engineers in Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And first we go kickstart to the second segment of the show and join Engineer Nito Fona for the tech update.
So if you seize your data, if you encrypt it, they ask for a huge amount of money. So at the end of the day, now they can run somewhere. So we are in some people not even know ask for negotiate hackers and where they don't get the data. So this and the other way this will hackers and target people in a bank or they target financial institutions there who very bad. Why this they happen? Because banks then can get big mistake they wouldn't do will be saying no train their staff. Most banks tend not to train their staff on cyber awareness and some tricks. How for protect yourself, how for protect from the system, how for guide yourself, how for work for safe environment in the bank and outside. Most banks need to train their staff for do training for they are aware the latest cyber threat or logic who hackers and use for enter the system, which is very bad. So by that, it also they create an inside threat, which are the other problem because if you not train his staff, you not make his staff aware of the latest cyber threats, what will happen? You don't get an inside threat. And inside threat is more dangerous than anything. It's more dangerous than anything. So these are some of the ways in this so hackers and key enter banks there easily without any notice. By the time I remember, then they don't done. What's the other way also? How hackers they enter bank in a very simple way through money laundering. Through money laundering. That's not a very big topic. Normally, what I get for explain as times go on would be say some banks say a lot of people they do criminals they do money laundering and then banks say, oh no, even aware say money laundering they go. But sometimes the bank not like the bank not know. Now the knowledge not know. The knowledge not they at all for them able aware or the conscious say money laundering they go. So this and sort of way this also when he enter the system would be say very tricky. Then also for awareness. poor awareness is also other way those hackers can enter banks, because most times the tellers then when they call the ambassadors of banks, what they can do before, you know, can understand nothing more cyber. So and the banks they can just take an easy would then say, then I just tellers there, then I just bug tellers there, not supposed for no cyber threats. And then one day then at the front line. So once you not get awareness, then a problem. So normally cyber criminals then can use them for get information from them for they able enter at the bank. Imagine one bug teller or phone teller say they pay on 2,000 or 3,000. Then hacker call and say, "Dear, I want information from you. I get $2,000 from you for you. If you give me this information, I give down there." Believe me, if you that teller, they pay on 2,000, 3,000. The hacker go tell and say they give on $3,000, $4,000. He wants information. They leak information. So why this thing happen? Because of what thing? Poor salary and awareness. No, they most of the institutions there. So this also can lead most times so bankers then can get exposed from hackers there. Would then serve them the big one and okay aware. So these are some of the ways in this how hackers then can enter through banks for thief na money slowly we don't know. And when they can thief them money there also, they tell the people because they tell the people na problem for them. So thank you, God bless you.
That was Engineer Nito Fofana there, and thoughts Aminata Kamara now there with us this morning for take us through the ENT. Good morning, Minat. I'm going to call you JC again. Well, good morning, Slik TV. Get a nice aka Minat.
You don't broke me, Zil.
It shouldn't be, baby girl.
All right. Good morning, Sigari. As I want ala like Arabi ala, but this morning I not eat yet. Maybe in be don't eat before they come, so I make it clean. Great, so now with that kind of energy, but me I not eat it. So now let me start up with the first story in with ENT update today. So we get two people away they face trials, and these people then get Zainab Sharif. So fans them of them today and supporters of them today, they think say or then they talk say party two, who that go come na host today and who that go down. But from waiting we they see around social media, from the posts and the videos they wear and they come out, it seems like King Boss LA will likely come out today. But we cannot be certain for Zainab Sharif, as you know, your case now today, then they get the hearing and the way it starts, we go give an update on that. But let me talk about King Boss LA in Yon. So yesterday, the Bow Artist Union then go greet the Kenema mayor and they go beg for Ifi King Boss LA. But that's not the sweet part, yeah. King Boss himself go to the mayor and then he go big. You don't say if you don't pull this letter of apology, but he go physically now and then he go big. Then the mayor talk say, Elena in Pikino, but this in Pikia so he had boss. He get a that. But let me listen to the video.
Okay, all right. Okay.
He has food. It's disgrace.
Now this thing he say not easy. So hopefully King Boss LA in show the 24 April way. Now just few days now they to that show they go hold now Sugarland Beach.
What if I show they big for?
Well, that's it. Now you guys show the 24.
But what I don't understand here, Minat, is how I may go meet on a prison for go big, or a Lego meet mayor for go big. I just can't wrap my fingers around it. Or I go meet in company.
So something then they no need for happy fingers. Just left and slow more, just like how you see him. But now LA na go big the mayor and as you see down here the mayor office, so he go meet him.
Oh, now the mayor office.
Now the mayor office he go meet him. Yes, he go big.
Are you understanding what I'm understanding?
People and be wale big. You see they don't hug now, so that means say this game that they done until they by God in power.
You know, at least the good thing is sometimes look give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. The fact that he apologized shows a difference on you. Although you get people to analyze the issue, say that scheme was LA for you, but if you see big man can down now, must not say all that have ego and pride. You don't swell and small.
We just hope so we not see no another repeat of such incidents, because you know we'll find like all 10 are you one green and they talk about the big four and then you go continue for do the same thing. And now the same thing that the mayor back with they say. He say this man we don't grieve for the big, so just hope say not the repeat time again.
So the thing is, even in a letter I put on there, I think it goes beyond him being LJ. It's more about him being a peace ambassador. How can you be a peace ambassador and you're not being peaceful?
King boss won't be peaceful. Anyways, let's take up with next story. So now this way you see on your screen now the voting of the House of Stars where we don't start. And as you can see, Ellen Beatrice during now in the top the list right now inside the voting. And we get Sasco where they make highlights inside the show. Ibrahim Kejalo, the second arm, and King M. Beshe, the third arm, and Patricia Jaka, the fourth.
Okay, street speaking.
Yes, street speaking. So now Ellen Beatrice now they give Patricia tough time. We don't say Patricia where you don't go, you don't come. We see say yeah, level don't change. Don't they give you some kind different vibes. But anyways, then just starts. Let me know go before them. So they wait, but for now, for me, I mean my own best housemates now Sasquatch, they give me content.
I think
back and
people
forth.
didn't see him coming.
You know,
he's kind of the highlight. He's kind of the highlights of the show.
They underrate him. They say, why post like Sasquatch go inside, or maybe not for just content sake, or maybe just put on it for that. But he's proving them wrong. I mean, in English, themselves when they speak, he make a question. They don't learn at school.
I think we don't teach in us.
Yeah. South English teacher, I need for finale teach me before ever they go sit me.
But I think he's the spotlight of this year's House of Stars, right? I can't call another name. You didn't get a house name there. So he's the highlight.
Exactly.
And even with the person topping, it's not trending as much as Sasco. So
these are just votes.
You get for you get for watch out for. You get some people also first for get con with, you know. And Patricia Jaka making it the 4th place here. It's kind of a news, you know, because back then, and it's up and I am the Ben, I am bra. All right, but let's see how things are going anyway.
Yeah, yes. We really observe. This is just week 1. We get other weeks then where they come over. Now this way they see all this screen Nasta Z and the throw shots. But let me do what he say. He say close not fit them. The only thing way fits them now Badat. Woman power, we move ladies first 2026. So he do this post just after in show ladies first. And he say close not fit them. But this also now shots it through at the entertainment ambassador. I mean they get this kind of beefing where they go on. I mean, the issues are many.
So wait.
Say how the entertainment ambassador know while female artists them go, they support them. So and then we don't see this close saga of the entertainment ambassador. Last the past week rap G all in close na stage for Esan Forum. Anyways, so Stasi say close no fits them. The only way fits them na badat. Yeah, na dan this
big shades.
Punchline.
So the 2 hip hop people Stasi where they represent the woman there, and I ever be the ambassador when it comes to hip hop. I'm not taking sides here, but I think it deserves some flowers, you know.
Yeah.
So if you see the 2 people that they sing the same genre of music, they throw shades. But one thing about the ambassador, I know he's coming. Where they can, he's coming big.
So this not only stop Pastor Z. So we get the mystic way himself throw the similar shots at the entertainment ambassador. Say what already say we come release the Salon Epstein file. Enough of the internet beef. Let me settle this one go. He said, and trust me, I not get solid comments, so no waste you time for talk shit. Just DM me, let me fix the battlefield. Who that say die, let it die, but enough is enough. You with the entertainment people that we ready for going on the battlefield and go see how things stay unfold. And this come after where Don Mystic and Stazzy then collaborate by a song where they title Nothing Know the Last. So then throw shades yonder and now and they go and throw shades back on Facebook.
The Epstein file first, now understand. Now that America your own kind. I think it's bigger than just throwing shades in the ENT sector there.
Yeah, we go and see the Epstein file now. The salon version, it is well.
If not that similar one, then there's fire on the mountain.
The fire really can go thinking against this, they can go past. So they can go out. But this beef game for Donald for see the ending of everything. So let me go now to this next one. So this now Kenema Entertainers them now then come out and then say they want recognition from the entertainment ambassador. You know, the local artists them there, but the entertainment ambassador now they pay attention to them. So they don't call them out now for they pay attention to them because they get good sounds the way they promote, whether they pull. So let the entertainment put in attention to them, not only to artists that we are so where them based now free tongue. So let me go to the other one. Now this they come out from article for you. As an artist, you know, throwing shades indirectly on King Boss LA. So according to Ram, this post where you do, he say, na a fan, a die-hearted fan of King Boss LA. Na him tell him, like post this. So why the fan no poster? Why na him go poster? So he say one die-hearted fan, RFM fan, na my community tell me, say in case they not give LJ bail before April 24, let them go play for RFM music them na Sugarland on the 24th. For them enjoying himself, okay? So he say the fans say he tired with the rudeness from his CEO, always na the media, and he just can't pass message. So why not for pass the message? Why the fan not post them for himself?
The fan and the fanner.
It don't start. This thing it don't start now. Anyways, King Boss, not listen now. Yeah, they will let you talk back, not talk, not listen.
I couldn't remember article for or that's where they get issue, but I remember there was one where you know elect for wedding tight clothes there. I think they get a woman name whatever they call them. So, but two of article for you. We're ready for it. We know how the clothes then get for commodities. There's a tight woman clothes there anyway. So let's see how things get for unfold.
This clothes looks. I know this if not tight.
It look free small,
yes,
you know, since we But I say I couldn't recall who that we get shades back then, but all the woman clothes there everywhere. I think they call them Saliba. All the woman clothes there. I'm just saying I'm not talking for the peace ambassador. But one thing I know about him, he and the entertainment ambassador, they tell that they see one place, they knock the left by there. Although me and you not left by the peace ambassador. I come from you. I want to see that talk.
Anyways, now go to final pick 40 day. Now Tiwa Savage be they do a live stream and he come out boldly and say there is no nude video of him within the internet. How he don't pay $100 million to an IT guy for letting away policy. But I tell you, what if that person don't take I don't put an mistake?
Well, this whole copyright straight thing, plagiarism, we don't know. I think it did next us to a conversation we'll get this morning. If somebody don't say they don't pay for me, then take and down. You know, if anybody even post on, but you get a you watch out like yours. But if you post, I'm sure the logo can fit you big time. You know when you start.
I go noticing that this person post them if the person use another different account.
You know the technology. You know with the phones that I will get, you and I know. Now made this email. The last engineer talk about.
I know say Nigeria they're very good at that too.
Well, in as much as you get people them good at and they get people back when they trace those people them. You understand? You get people they trace them people in there. So it's a two-way thing. And what's the money self the type? If for example I don't pay, I don't take something down, then for example you go use another address or whatsoever you upload them, you have other set of people who then get vast knowledge. But if we will trace you people. I tell people this always. I'm no IT special. But you see this phone there? A friend of mine at one point in time at university asked one question. Wait till see there, I still couldn't wrap my fingers around it. He said, when you delete content on your phone,
where they go? A dirty box.
Where they go?
Now God one going know which.
So you see how serious sometimes this is. So you go feel say, well, you know, Tiwa.
No. So now look, say posting now one, posting back we get money reaching level. one destroying image no more.
They go take the matter gonna court.
I go no see that person. The law say you don't use the phone, the person destroy everything after it upload.
It go must know. I'm telling you.
It is well. Anyways, now all land I get for now. In we are into updates for this morning. Gabi atumansare. Aminata Kamara signing out. Banko inemu.
Slik Television. Thank you very much, Aminata Kamara, joining us this morning for the ENT. And let's quickly go for a short break, and we'll be right back.
You don't tire for your boku talk with no substance or sweet talk with plenty lie inside. Then now, na the term for strip the headlines there and tell the story just like it is. Brutally Frank goes where others won't, exposing the real stories behind the headlines.
We tackle issues of maximum importance to the growth of Sierra Leone, from politics to the economy, agriculture, education, health, and tourism.
By serving as your voice in asking the why, where, how, and when questions to the people them we responsible. This na Brutally Frank.
This is Brutally Frank.
Showing every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Slik TV, channel 37, and streaming live on our Facebook page and official website.
From wherever you're watching from, this is your favorite music producer, and guess what? I'm on Slik TV. Whether you're in Freetown, keep it glued to channel 37. They're also on Facebook Live. Tune in and get some nice.
Let me live around you like my habitat. In a mohi garden, the juke and one lima proclaim of the moya. Me recipe, me harmony, me honeybee. Make we go, me I need for this.
Welcome back. I got me a fine gentleman this morning for take us through what's making waves. Good morning, James.
Good morning, Gabi, and it's a beautiful Tuesday morning. We got a few things then, like you say, where they make waves, and one important thing is we don't see how we telecommunications company in this country don't take it to over time. And of course, Sierra Leoneans, they don't cry, especially when it comes to the parents-owned, the government-owned telecommunications. When Seratel, we don't see the rise and fall of Seratel for almost 3 times. They rise, create their impacts, they fall
again.
Successive governments can pick them up from the ashes and bring them back. But of course, the same pattern all over again. But the government through the Ministry of Communication and Technology and Innovation try to respond to the current situation where they happen in Seratel and the status of Seratel and whose side they want to let it be, and also try as best as possible for reply to people them questions them whether they ask. We will take this video from the ministry where the ministers them respond to some of the critical questions them we honor they ask as citizens.
Seratel and not only do well for the longest time. When we take over our government in 2018, we made Seratel in advanced stages of decomposition and dilapidation, with huge debt overhangs, both relating to employees in terms of salary backlogs, in terms of end of service benefits, in terms of leave allowances, even the union dues there. And we also know that they owe Boko money to suppliers and foreign creditors there. They owe the 2 Exim banks over $35 million. government currently they pay that one day.
Around 2014 or so, government signed an agreement for upgrade the infrastructure of Seratel. At that time, they will get two network infrastructure, CDMA and GSM. At that point, we completely upgrade the Seratel infrastructure to CDMA infrastructure. But and at that time, at that time, the Seratel was really then booming, right? The mobile operations, I mean, the work, the internet, MiFi's, Seratel had the best in terms of MiFi's the country at a period of time. But then as we go along, at a certain point, that CDMA technology and infrastructure where we don't put the Seratel whole infrastructure on, the company with the manufacturer make an obsolete. So that means they no longer decide for the manufacturer, that CDMA, then stop for manufacturer and then factory, then completely switch to GSM. So obviously then that become the start of the challenge where Seratel gets.
I know Boku marriages don't break as a result of this problem or inherit. I know say some people begin and we don't get problems with the university, with Boku problems.
So honestly, and that's why it's about this issue of the staff, it's also linked to the issue of the company of itself. Because the moment where the operations of Seratel went down, Seratel became in a financial distress. Because when the operations go down, so that means all the customer there, when they use the mobile and the MiFi's, then they begin lost all the one and they. And when they lost all the customer, then that means they can no longer pay the staff. So now that's the issue of backlog, salary begin creep one. They no longer can pay the staff there, can pay some of the other commitments and liabilities they will get. So really gradually every year, the stress and the liabilities then begin creep up. Right? And one of the most significant liabilities with Seratel, really every year on year, we begin add now the staff. Just the full compilation what we do, that's $6.3 million.
So that's now the response from the Minister of Labour and Rado Swari, and of course the Minister of Communication, Technology and Innovation, where they respond to some of the questions them and concerns of people who may work in Seratel and their families them, Rabbi. It's really sad that we state institutions then continuously they fail in terms of sustainability, in terms of providing services. And I remember growing up, Seratel being one of the biggest mobile companies in this country in terms of, and interestingly, when Seratel come, they get so much infrastructure. Now from Seratel, most of the mobile companies and we don't set their foot in this country, but they use for broadening the networks. You understand? So it's quite sad. I know personally say at some point in the early 2000s, Sierra Leone, especially Seratel, face some amount of embezzlement with the funds. Sometimes back even though you get for, they say you talk about the dog, not for talk about yeah. Sierra Leone has misappropriated lots of money at Seratel, and then say they go scot-free because of maybe political reasons, or maybe the people away them in their position and they because political connection. We see Seratel the to the state where they so.
And this go bring again. How do we want a lasting institution if not all ordinary people though, we comping salon people them. Where them put Jobana, for example, in a place, or what they think of now for enrich himself or in person that people away get the next day. You know, when I watched the video that they say the first one was where a woman left him because of money. Imagine the defend you living. You know, again, sometimes when you say these things, QCell happen for BSF, at least somebody where they can fight against all odds. I mean, when they came, we all saw
the test of
yes,
time.
the things that will happen around them. And yes, we get to Yona, Osia, like you say, don't you go put another person here. We're not able to now because of one or two reasons. government's the response to that, not so today, because I could still recall we don't do countless programs about Seratel, Naya, but we appreciate them responding to some of the things.
I think the response is timely and able for address some of the, of the questions.
I couldn't say it is timely on a very serious note, because sometimes even before last year again, because last year in 2025, we had a conversation about this whole Seratel thing where the people they say me them pay them the money. You know, go owe me, you not pay me in the first place. I don't say the issue don't collapse.
And they affect
but you for pay me, yes. Imagine somebody don't get in wealth. We don't marry. It's kind of they don't marry the woman left her because he never provide a government run an institution. Let us take again commune, for example. I can still recall commune they again staff then go again say then for pay them back.
Then Africell acquire
commune.
So
just so for able to manage situation and things, you know. I think the office been there around. Is it Aberdeen Road and so near Sierra Commercial Bank. So we able to sustain and it brings you to asking the question how far we go get a lasting business in the country.
So that's that we'll see and follow still. Up next, of course, yesterday the United States Embassy in Sierra Leone make a very big announcement when it comes to electricity and the ongoing NATS projects. So the first turbine for the NATS projects be done Campton, and then they work on installation. And the embassy further states that the first generation of power is expected to start in early 2027. So by 2027, Sierra Leoneans are promised that we can forget at least some stability in electricity. So we hope and pray. Of course, you go see the turbine installation way currently they go on, and we hope and we pray that this project will actually So we hope that this project will actually stabilize. The first phase of it for provide about 70 megawatts. Then the overall project's supposed to provide about 120 megawatts, which if they're able to put them to life, they're able to supply Freetown and some other districts them stable electricity. So this is a good one, and we're looking forward as time they go on for see how that will boil down. So we last update for today. We get a press release. Of course, we don't get series of press releases from the opposition, All People's Congress Party. I think about 2 weeks ago, they pulled a press release say them lower levels election, the one they will not be hold, but then we get some issues for settle with PPRC, and then of course the PPRC we call them out, and then I should say they don't settle that. So now they don't pull a press release say for inform the public that on the 16th of May, then on Saturday, the All People's Congress they go ahead with them lower levels election. Regional level executive, district executive, constituency executive, and ward executive. So if you na APC person, they call that you try for acquire your form, and also try as best as for submit the form by the 30th of April. With this lower levels election now go because a couple of press releases and issues they come after, but we hope this will be the last one, and because for governance itself, every party for putting structures in place,
put things in place
for ensure see they own their own internal affairs very well. So basically, this is all we have for today, Abby.
It's a pleasure you join us this morning, James Kano, and very soon the sportsman will join. We will quickly take with flight schedule for tomorrow, starting at 1:30 a.m. Royal Air Morocco flight 80-563/4 will depart from Freetown and arrive in Casablanca at 4:40 a.m. with the final arrival at 5:40 a.m. At 5 a.m., Aska Airlines flight KP023 will leave Banjul, stopping in Freetown at 8:05 a.m. Accra and finally arriving in Lomé at 8:45 a.m. At 1 p.m., Aska Airlines flight KP042 will take off from Lomé, stopping in Freetown at 3:55 p.m. and arriving in Banjul at 4:35 p.m. Also at 1 p.m., Aska Airlines flight KP040 will depart Lomé and head to Accra and then to Freetown. At 1:30 p.m., Brussels Airlines flight SN243 will take off from Freetown, make a stop in Monrovia, and land in Brussels at 7:55 p.m. At 2:30 p.m., Kenya Airways flight KQ510/11 will depart from Nairobi, stop in Accra at 5:30 p.m. and arrive in Freetown at 6:30 p.m. This flight will then head back to Accra and return to Nairobi. At 4 p.m., Air Senegal flight HC213/4 will leave Dakar, arrive in Banjul at 6:55 p.m. and continue to Freetown
at 7:50 p.m. Finally, at 8 p.m., Air Peace Flight P4776-0/1 will depart from Freetown to Lagos and arrive at 11 p.m. with a final arrival at 11:40 p.m. Have a lovely, beautiful and safe flight. And now, Mohammed Kolia is here with us this morning for take us through the sport world. You know, I see Mohammed Kalondo, don't break silence. I don't know what you get for we in that light. Good morning.
Good morning, Rabiatu, and good morning to our viewers and listeners. We all know the wrangling around the Israeli Football Association, the qualification of Mohamed Kalondo, why they Saka, why they not Saka. So finally yesterday, Kalondo break his silence, but we go reach the inside the updates today. We get local and international for you. Well, let me start with the release we come out from the Israeli Football Association as they don't set up the FA Cup Emergency Committee where they do appoint for look into the rules and regulations of the competitions. Outside they get the chairperson way now Mr. Alex Bonafa ESQ we the chairman. They also get Madam Khadija to Kamara we the vice chairperson. They get Mr. Sharif we a member, Mr. Usman also in a member, and you get Mr. Tommy himself a member. Then they get the appeals committee after we the disciplinary don't take decision. They want the way for good look and whether it's true or lie or they go overturn. You get Honorable Tamba when I ESQ the chairperson, Mr. Mohammed Bangura also a member. You get Mr. Fona himself a member. There people also they act in that capacity there because of the FA Cup we don't reach in round of 16. There is every likely possibility that people go protest or one or two issues go happen around. So then guys are now they're in charge until the end of the FA Cup. Up next, as goalkeeping are one of the most critical thing where they happen inside we football. We don't see referees that they say this referee na sell game, this na sell game. So finally, there is a referee where the Israeli Football Association they investigate currently. They say they do match fixing. If Collier they play against Rabbi, they meet Rabbi, say give me money, no you know more, they make you beat Collier.
Oh, now the match fixing.
Yes, now that the match fixing. So even if a good pass you why they go play now, within the mind, no matter what I play now, Rabbi for win.
Okay,
so they look at them say this is wrong for Israeli football and you know forgive undue advantage to other people them. So Star Sports Academy they pick up this and they get audios, recordings of conversations and everything.
I mean, 10 minutes for phone business.
So it's like you know when you do business, like you always say, Rabbi people can say if I can't decide the Congo Saturday, there is every possibility say maybe how they can't talk to you but other person as well they take you back they go talk to yes but other person. So something like that happen and the conversations and the person they talk price how much you for sell the game this that or whatever don't leak and the Israeli Football Association decide for suspending and the team will suffer na Star Sport Academy they play all carry them play they lost the match.
You know what I want to understand?
Yeah.
This match fixing you have to deal with the goals for example.
The goals undue advantage.
So if I score goal, for example, then if this competition they work for me, they say me company own not to goal.
Yes. Okay. You didn't make excellent point. Now, if me you they play, sometimes you don't buy the game that they referee and if I score by there is every likely possibility say go talk to no to goal.
Oh, that is the issue.
Yes. Sometimes you say now offside, sometimes I play you foul, or sometimes you say no the ball knock you sign off for knock you. Sometimes it don't even make any sense. But when you score a goal, but if me score not to goal,
wow.
Or sometimes there is just a likely possibility says I go do small thing, it give me red card. So okay, come on, I do enough for play because something. So because they don't get a mindset when they go into the match day. This game pop Arabi for winner, so I go do all kind thing. So that's the match fixing for you.
People are surviving everywhere.
Yeah. And imagine how many thousands of Leons way something go along in the pockets of. But again, the integrity part is the biggest thing. No amount of money. Big passion integrity. Imagine they go give you 5,000 or 10,000.
Now,
anyway. And it's sad, because at the end of the day, you get your family name for protect, and now this don't come up in name and everything.
Again, at the end of the day, you have bills to pay.
Yeah, but you can pay bills in the wrong way for disadvantaged people. That's why now under Babadin leadership, they make sure say every referee they go into the center field, they get a very good allowance, preferred than traditional.
So that's not go selling birthrights for Kokoyebe.
And now look. In picking self now sometimes and for they will look you papa now they don't go. For example, it's just an allege, I just say and for the Momo has been suspended. Imagine a day in the black and white, everybody the reader who disrespectfully pass down one day. Imagine.
Ebo.
I think getting emotional.
No, I'm getting emotional with the case study where you give, because sometimes some of these things it goes beyond you, the individual. We don't do. I mean, you get your family, you get your name for uphold, like how Bosky said, not so much about the institution, but you said your name and your family name. You know, for now it was just about the football association, but his name as a person, if happen for this day, whatever findings it proves say he's guilty, you know, it's actually a big slap on his face.
It don't make other people that want buy game go free it. Sometimes
it's a fine for set precedent.
Yes.
So that people
don't say we talk to the again. Imagine, what I think like this. You see, imagine sometimes after the whole investigation, they get my ban for life, like Sweet K, they ban for life. Imagine where something a football na Ikea or something. I be this on a journalism na Ikea na you choose IMC banning for life. Say anything they deal with journalism, no one see you. So you know how, but again, that tells you how sometimes not to the money, but if you get time, get at the genuine way. Let him can't say we appreciate you. Thank you. You have sincere this token. It's like it's good, but again, for give undue advantage, match fixing is very, very bad. You not go know until it affects you or until you reach that peak where you know, say, for example, Rabbi for qualify for go to Champions League, a ref just I go meet the ref. Rabbi no go, this money I big. Anyhow, Rabbi play, the Rabbi no qualify. So that's the thing.
So what if the team say for reach out to him for the match fixing?
Well, as the investigations they go, because in any case they say corruption, you will give, you receive one or two. On a conspire for corrupt, you understand? So, but the bigger picture is a referee currently, because there is every likelihood say everybody can do for let it get undue advantage. Just like any normal life in a college, you get people that the way they study. Somebody tells you, you study with me, I know how they pass me your exam.
So thank you, Jesus.
Yes, thank you, Jesus. I don't pass. All right. So up next is our sport updates. This now waiting. He said, I was secretly sacked by the Israeli Football Association without public awareness. He said, this was not the first time. That's what Mohamed Kalon said. And this wrangling yesterday, officially, it don't break in silence. And he said so much things then. He even talk about the reason the SLF, they say, because you know go to the press conference in Azerbaijan, a count the next also is able. How a sitting FA president in Azerbaijan for go meet me, a head coach of another country, for tell me say I go for press conference. He say we all they follow football. He say like we put dots together that they work. He say let them not follow now. He say they just they look at this as an excuse. And he say when he be the playing days, if you watch Kalon and for they get line here, take can down by enjoy when operation they do pan inside is called. So like because we be there Europe, so after some months it can affect the again that serious headache. So even if you watch a movement on that day, it not be too active. It be just sit down. So after that, if the complaint say he head up begin beat. So it be even one buy ticket from Azerbaijan, they for go inside Milan for go meeting doctor. But if forget in Schengen passport, so if they look at and say, okay, I come back and free turn in the travel city. But they not see to that. They come say how they can build a story say FIFA vex. Azerbaijan president vex, this and that. He said, and he delegates responsibilities to Embarkum staff. He get possible way there for take note. He get possible way there for analyze. He get possible way there for get at the things the way the game done. He get possible way they talk to the players. And he as a coach, not to in no more. No more. He no go to work no more. They say so. He delegates responsibilities.
So different people then.
He tell and say, let Paul Parker go address the media. He's a licensed coach, a FIFA licensed coach. He says so. Let the man go say, do I film it? I'm not going to talk to anybody currently. But you know when, before they go this trip, he said that they don't sack her. Yes, the email and tell and say they don't set them aside. He said within 10 hours or so, and they tell us, okay, well, they don't reinstate and back leg go Azerbaijan. So when people don't know when they sack, he can't say that because they don't go press conference. Secretly sacked by the SLF without public awareness. So this is not the first time.
Yeah. And it was a long anticipated wait.
Yeah, sure.
Just when he went live yesterday, over 4,000 views, people watching, you know. But again, what's the make up for all his story? Now that sometimes even those who will give you Hosanna, the big people doing crucify. So many things on earth, you know, with the Football Association, starting from people making their points and all.
The fact of the matter is the tripartite within the football governance, the center of the whole. If you can read the minister, they say
Yeah.
You're not aware of this.
The NSA can say this, the SLFA can.
Yes. So it means the power play within. And it was public, it was official. The former president, they on records, 98 yesterday, say, then sack Kalon because Kalon support him against Babadi. And Kalon self reiterated the same yesterday. And Safar self, they told the line. But the minister say, no see contract. And Safar say, now we they get contract. If me say this post you sign contract, you no need for deny me. And there is a minute to the effect. So power play. And come to select point, if I don't get contract, why won't they pay me? Why they travel when they give me money?
They give me money.
Why? So you know go can Slik television, you know get contracts with the month the management pay you. Is it possible?
You know, the thing again, I can remember when this whole coach thing became, most people recommended him.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, we see him considering his vast experience in the football world.
And if you listen to Kinley, he said up to 3 times they confront him. He tell him, say, no, again, project way. Then academy they build Angola, then Angola. They focus one day. So up to 3 times. He said finally he gave her the talk. He said, but whose side the bone of contention be there? We don't use this salon system. If Agira be the head, now me for choose that for work with Rabi. He said, Rabi, you count your own size. You know, if you tell me, for example, the lead producer now me know the journalists and why I work with people that we competent. So management say, no, we not go grill out count the one that we work with. So they part back and forth. They say, Rabi the kind where Rabi the tower, so it's like say he really standing grounds. Log your opportunity. So you go now, it's okay, call your cam, in art cam, back a cam, ambassador on a car, on a car with me now. So when I don't deliver. But management not get no way for tell you say you production bar. So the only way they say, Rabi, how they do in show, he had 5 minutes on top, wait for 10 o'clock. Wait to every people they will say no boo. Like you not get any kind of excess of substance. So because of the press conference, insubordination, they say no, they expect them, all this, and then but again, there is more to eat.
Very more. I love the way you analyze and putting it in the simple context so that even the ordinary man go understand what you're saying this morning. This game is big. Big,
and we need more divine intervention for let we really put Salon first, because like I always say, this the way Ministry of Information can put Salon big pass wall. I wish themselves we put and so able for, but it's really good.
Come to think of it, the triangle, the 8 triangle, not the see one side. So what do you expect from those underneath?
Not begin the boil ever since. Imagine NSA no get respect for the Ministry of Sport. And SLFA way for answerable to the NSA, themselves not respect them. So like they go right around themselves.
Well, maybe respect per sense. Maybe they're not the same for
no, they're not the same one side, the center, not the whole. But again, everybody they say this is deep. Safasi now because something go declare for flag bearer and there. But anyways, we'll go try to dig deep more into this. Inside the Marampa Men's Women's Premier League, this now the player of the month for March, winner Fatimata Yaya Samura. We get 785 votes. We don't make him the woman of the the winner of the match player of the month. We don't take home. I think it's 1,000 or 2,000 or so, and he score a play 5 and he score 5. He assist 7. He get 4 woman of the match award. And congratulations to Ram. And this night lesson say other female players and get for the play hard so that themselves go follow suit. Up next, this lady on the screen always don't they make the name. They don't win them again. And this time around, Hannah Conte, winner the coach for FC Kalon, gets 442 votes, win the coach of the month for March. And congratulations to him. This is not the first time for winner. I think this is Dominican the 3 or the 4 times where he done the winner since the season start. Up next, inside we sport update. The Orange FA Cup, where everybody they talk about currently, they return inside the round of 16 as FC Kalon they play against Kamara FC now the 18th of April. That particular match they play. And Rangers they play against Bantal. Bible Warriors they play against Star Sport Academy. All the audience they play against Bolom Stars, Easter Lions, Diamond Stars, Mighty Blackpool, Marampa Stars, and Kabbalah City they play against Abacha City. The 2 cities that they play. And Port Authority they play against Freetown City Football Club. We just me like trash FC Kalon yesterday by 3-0 inside the Leon Rock Premier League. So these are the fixtures and we line up for you inside the round of 16. Don't forget, say today from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock we will bring you exclusive discussions inside the UEFA Champions League as they get the second leg of the UEFA Champions League. They return today outside Barcelona. They play against Atletico Madrid, and Paris Saint-Germain, they go away to Liverpool. This morning we see the players then go to the grave of the former Liverpool player winner Diego Jota. They lay flowers and give tribute because this player lost in life in a tragic accident where in brother and die at a young age. So don't forget it today from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So take to Mamina Mohamed Kolia. Say bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Kolia, for in-depth sports updates there. Take your flowers this morning, and thus we go draw the curtains down to today's edition of the Today Show Breakfast here on Slik Television, channel 37. Plenty thank you to we guests that we graced into the studio this morning, and to the production team. When she say we bring the show to owner this morning. Have a lovely and beautiful day. Rabiatu Manzare here. Keep in mind, says Zanab Sharif will bring more updates. As to what's happening, as the information we just on it, we say they're currently in our courts now, but we couldn't confirm whether they don't bring Zainab. As today, then go determine in faith whether she's going home or she's going down. Stay glued also to our Facebook page with Slik Television and Epic Radio. And before we go, I'll just left you with a story what happened yesterday, and I saw one na bottom Oku community na Wellington yanda usai people in Ostem Kandong. So now let put this disclaimer information we meet with from Ambassador Sam Boy, where they work na Worldview Creative Media. So we're seeing some other reports say actually 9 years old Pekin burned to death, which was not included as per time of Wuyon report what we get, and we haven't confirmed that yet. So, but however, the incident happened and it left people then homeless. The sky dark, not so because na be net, as a result of one fire with left yai water na people en yai na bottom Oku community na Wellington. In the early hours of Monday, 13th April 2026, fire broke out at that community day, where bring people and host them down to ashes. Victims then say then laid on place, and properties were worth millions.